nature, things of that 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 nature.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's John Neighbors of Inside Arkansas coming to you live right here before the Razorback basketball game, which I'm sure you're gonna take in, and some of you may be there. I'm gonna try to make a quick appearance over there too, but I wanted to go live for this because we've been going live for any type of updates and any kind of transfer portal stuff that's been going on, and lo and behold, we have some news. Of course, I don't even know what to think. Y'all know the title. Y'all probably seen the tweet, everything. Braylen Russell, the running back for Arkansas, has officially withdrawn his name from the transfer portal. Again. But for real this time. This was coming out from Matt Zenitz of CBS Sports, 24/7 Sports. I know On3 was on top of it too. But yeah, he is officially back for Arkansas. Me and Curtis was doing a stream earlier today and actually talking about the rumors going around that he was going to be at practice coming up for bowl practice and everything. And honestly, when that happened, I was like, nah, no way. I mean, surely not. And I kept hearing things like, no. And then it happened. So Braylen Russell coming back, folks. I'm not going to stay very long on this stream because there's not any more to say about any. I mean, you could go back and look at our previous streams when he first entered in the portal the first time, and then he got out of it. Then he went back in. Now he's back out of it again. It's honestly absurd what's happened and how it's happened and in the form it's happened. Here's the thing. I'm going to be very blunt about this, but I also have to be very careful about saying this. Everybody's going to have their own opinion on this matter. Strictly speaking, from on the field only, okay? It is a good thing to have Braylen Russell back. Braylen Russell was a freshman running back last season that honestly did some really good things, showed some promise, had some really key moments and some big wins. The Tennessee game, of course, was a big part of that huge run that he had late in the game. He continued to develop. He had over 100 yards and really showcased his abilities against Mississippi State on the road. I know he came up a little lame with an injury, but his skill set is there. And as a true freshman, being the size that he is, 47 carries, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged 6.5 yards a carry on the season. And for a position group that Arkansas is needing some depth and needing some help in, there's no question that having somebody like Braylen Russell on the field talent-wise is about as good as you're going to get, especially considering they whiffed on some of the portal guys here today. That's a fact. So again, on the player, on the field, the type of player, skill set, talent, all of that, I am happy with that and how good he is on the field. But we all know that there's another element, another angle to all of this. The drama surrounding this guy and the overall, I don't even know what you want to call it, just the vibes, the perception, the things that have been going on. I'm going to be honest, I don't like it. And I don't like the fact that he's coming back in that regard. I'm a little surprised that Sam Pittman and the team wanted him back. But hey, if Sam Pittman wants him back, that's his call. It's his team. I'll support it. I'm not going to tell him he's a bad person or bad coach for saying that he wants him back. I'm just not going to do that. But I am saying, though, that if you look at from what all we know, forget all the stuff that's going on in the interior side of things. All we know is that this is a guy that has had a lot of drama surrounding each and everything that he's done. You know, you go back to when, he started playing this season and he started having some success. And then he comes out and says, hey, I need an agent, need some representation. I need all of this. Wasn't a good look. He deleted the tweet, but it wasn't a good look. And then he kept coming out and talking about those things. And then, of course, you had it to where the whole ordeal that one day, I forgot, was it a Tuesday, last Tuesday maybe, when he was being reported from one outlet that he was entering the transfer portal. A different outlet went and asked him personally, hey, you entering in the portal? He said, nope, I'm not. So then it got reported as there's conflicting reports. Then he ended up entering the portal anyways. And then he ended up withdrawing from the portal anyways. And it was like, what in God's green earth was all this about? Why? But then he enters into the portal again. And it was like, finally, okay, whatever. Good riddance. We're moving on. We don't need this anymore. And now he's back. He's back again. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't. And I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that I know all the ins and outs. But this is a bad look. This is a bad thing. This is not good. And whoever it is, whether it's Braylen, if it's his representation, if it's whoever that is doing this, you are hurting him. And you're hurting the situation, and you're not making it better for anybody else. I don't know why it became this and why it had to come to this. If it just didn't have all of the pomp and circumstance and dramas and fireworks surrounding it, it would still be weird, but it wouldn't be as bad. Because that's the thing is, anytime you have a player that goes into the portal, out of the portal, into the portal, out of the portal, that's weird. But when you add in the flair and the stuff that's surrounding it, it makes it even more weird. Just why? What's happening? What's going on? We probably will never know. And I'll be curious to hear from Sam Pittman, because we do get him in a press conference, I believe, this upcoming week. He's going to be asked about it. And I'll be interested to see what his response is. But I'm sorry, it's just one of those things that, knowing what we see and how it goes on, there's some sort of problem, whether it's a representation problem, or the U of A could be at fault at this. I don't know. Sam Pittman could have some blame in this. I don't know. But I just cannot believe that we are here again. Actually, I can. But I'm surprised that they took him back. Sam Pittman always talked about, if you enter in the portal, you can't come back. Well, he kind of went away from that a little bit as time went on. But now you're talking about a guy that went in the portal twice. And you're taking him back. I mean, there's only a few things that I can think of as to why. One, you would think and assume that they upped him in his NIL, or maybe he wasn't getting the NIL they thought. Because remember, he's taking a visit to Ole Miss. So maybe they upped his NIL and gave him that. Or two, the running backs that they were hoping to get, which we know they missed on a few, did not happen. And so they were just in desperation mode, be like, hey, forget all that. I know he's caused some problems. I know there's been some drama. Let's just go get him back in. Like we know what he can do. We know what he's capable of. Let's just get him back. All that NIL that maybe we were going to pay these other guys, let's just up his game and get him back. Maybe that's the case. But it's so dumb. It's so dumb that we are here. This is the dumbest part of the transfer portal, is stuff like this. But again, I want to reiterate. I'll get to a few of your chats, folks, because I know Razorback basketball is going to start up here soon. I want to just reiterate. As a player on the field, this is a really good thing. Because I really like Braylen Russell. I think he's a really talented player. I think he has a lot of good skill sets. And I think of all the other running backs that were out there that you no longer were able to have, he's the best option on the field talent-wise. But the crap surrounding it, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that this is another deal. I just really don't. There has to be some consequences for actions. There really does. But okay, so I'll get to a few of your chats, folks, again, because I know Razorback basketball is about to start up and get underway. Seth just goes, this guy, bro. He was visiting Ole Miss, right? Kiffin must have told him that the number was less than Arkansas was giving. Yes, he was visiting Ole Miss, and I don't know why. Maybe that was the case. Maybe that's Arkansas coming back on it, though. Megan says, I can't keep up. LOL, haven't finished listening to one stream before another one starts. Welcome to the freaking transfer portal. That's just what it is. We're at the mercy of Father Time, and we never know what's going to happen. D-Rock says, if you're not happy about him being back, you just don't like the Hogs regardless of the drama and whatnot. I don't agree with that. Like, I will in most cases, D-Rock. But again, if you're talking about his play, yes, I am happy he's back. And I think other people may be too. But the drama and the headache just is not It's not a good look, and it's not something that you want to be a part of your team because it could cause other problems too. That's all I'm saying. Man, people are coming in after it. Brandon says this is a prime example of who's running the show on the hill. The players do whatever they want, and Pittman just sits back and allows it to happen. Well, Brandon, this is everywhere. This is everywhere. If you think that the players have power, that's everywhere. Players have all the power. It's the way it is. Joshua says, I really like the kid, and I'm glad he's back. That being said, the social media drama has got to be put to a dangerous end stop. Absolutely agree. 100% agree, Joshua. Like, I'm not saying he needs to do it, but I would not mind it at all if Braylen Russell himself either put out a tweet or something to just say, hey, I know it's been crazy. I know all this stuff's going on. It's been very dramatic. I want everybody to know I'm locked in. I'm 100% all in on the Razorbacks. I'm going to do whatever it takes to help this team, and I'm all in. I think that would go a long way with people if there was just some sort of response like that, but there hasn't been. Not yet, at least. So I'm hoping that one day it actually happens that way. Let's see. M. Wooten says he's a kid, no telling what poison an agent is feeding him. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I really do. I think he's got representation, whether it's an agent or what, that's doing a lot of this. Because I'm sorry, I just don't believe. And I don't know Braylen Russell personally, but just in passing and things I've heard from him and everything, he doesn't seem like the type that's just begging for the attention and wanting to be this overly dramatic person. It just seems like he's a guy that's maybe getting the bad advice from people. So, Ryan says Russell is no doubt the most talented player we could get. Hard to trust, though. Ole Miss has signed 3 running backs already, right? I guess I'm happy he's back for performance only. And that's where I'm at. Like, I don't like the dramatics. I don't like the crap that he's pulled. I don't like him lying to a reporter and then all that. Like, I don't like any of that. I really don't. But he's got talent. And if Sam Pittman wants to take that on, if he wants him back, have at it. It's his team. But you do need some pieces. You do need some running backs. That's for sure. Casey says, you're not a Razorback fan if you're okay with having players that are inevitably going to leave and use your team to get money and never play for them. Yeah, well, I mean, again, I never, no matter what it is, I get what you're saying, Casey, because I know there's a little sarcasm there. But, like, people who say you're not a Razorback fan if that should never be the case. People have their own thoughts and opinions on fans and being a fan. So, yeah, that's definitely there. Yeah, I can't remember something as crazy as this. Like, this is like Alex Collins' mom stealing the papers of his national letter of intent type of stuff. Double H says, this is absolutely crazy. Pittman needs to sack up and tell him to carry his ass. We don't have the time or the energy for this. Well, he's not, because he's back. He wouldn't have withdrawn from the portal if he didn't. At least I would assume he wouldn't have withdrawn from the portal without having a conversation, or at least knowing that Sam Pittman's okay with it. Now, that honestly, that might be the funniest thing. That might be the next step in this whole deal, is that Sam Pittman and them actually didn't want him back, but he withdrew before he even talked to him, and then he has to enter in again because they don't want him back. That would be funny. That would be really hilarious. Let's see. Powerbacker says, I quit NFL a long time ago, and now I'm being turned off by this new college football. May just drop and go fishing. I mean, trust me, I get it. I totally get it. But it's going to get better. It will. It's going to get fixed. It's taking some time. Things will get fixed. Things will transpire. The transfer portal part of it will get fixed. The NIL stuff will get fixed. It'll get fixed. It's just going to take time. And right now, it's just massively insane, and it's hard to keep up with it all. So, Robert says, I'm not surprised one bit that Sam Pittman shows no backbone once again. I mean, I understand. I understand that you can feel that way, but I don't know. It might be one of those things too, where hopefully we don't hear of any other crap or drama ever again. And then next season, Braylen Russell has a great year and nothing ever happens again. That's what I'm hopeful for. I doubt it. I really doubt it, but that's what I'm hopeful for. So, Danny says there's another portal opening in the spring. How many will we lose then? Who knows, dude? I don't even want to think about that. I can barely keep up with this portal right now. I can barely do that. So, just stay locked in with us here at Inside Arkansas, because we're gonna Try to do our best if any sort of portal pops end up happening. But I didn't even want to really go live for this, but I felt like I had to just because there's so much chaos with him and all of that. There's got to be some sort of explanation. There's got to be somebody that comes out and says something, right? Sam Pittman, I know, will address it. Like, he's going to be asked about it. But if there's anything, we can end on this because I know the game's about to start. We can end on this. Folks, I'm not telling anyone what to do. However, if Braylen Russell came to me for advice, which he won't, but if he did, this is all I would ask of you, Braylen. Just whether it's true or not, whether you feel it or not, whatever it is, but just come out on social media because this is where all the drama is played out. Come out on social media and just say, hey, Razorback fans, I know it's crazy. I know there's been a lot of back and forth and uncertainty, but just know that I am locked in. I am all Razorback. I am going to do everything I can to help this team win. And I can't wait to get started. And I can't wait to play in the bowl game because I assume he'll play in the bowl game. But just come out and say that, man. You do that, even if you don't believe it, even if it's not true, just say it. And that will go so far with so many people. Just acknowledge it, address it, and move on. That's all you got to do. All right? Appreciate everybody listening, watching in Inside Arkansas, and our portal action here on Pod of That Nature. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here on Inside Arkansas. Be sure to also check out all of our great content on InsideArkansas.com, all that great stuff. And also be sure to check out the Pod at the Palace postgame show, which is going to happen right after this Razorback basketball game. So let's have some fun. Let's do some streams, and let's keep it going. I'm John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Whenever the next portal pop happens, have a great rest of your afternoon, folks. Enjoy the Razorback basketball game. We'll see you then.